the effect that we have in our community and the community in our city in our country, and it all travels very fast. So I think, especially nowadays with internet and possibility to share the message through video blogs, or through lives like this one and interviews or whatever. Instagram is a great platform where you can share your interest and your hobbies and your life and your philosophy through images, through photos, and through colors, which I think is beautiful. So we have social media, we have internet that allows us to express ourselves, and I think that's a huge quantum leap forward for people to really connect even more, in only a couple of decades. So, so talking about that connection, I'm really interested when you came back to London, and when you started, as you said, doing training with corporations and some companies and stuff like this. When did you know that? When did you connect with your purpose that you have today? When did you know that that's something that you definitely, it resonated strongly, and you knew deep in your heart and in your mind that you're going to be where you are today?
That's a great question. Really, really great question. And I'd say that I started teaching and sharing when I was 18 years old. So straight after meeting the monk, when I came back from my first trip to India, I set up a society at university called Think Out Loud. And every single week, I would discuss a new theme or topic just like this. And I would dissect it from a psychological, spiritual, scientific, and human behavior level. And I would talk. And when we started, we had like 10 people coming every week. And when I finished university, we had like 100 people coming every week. And it was totally free. It was for students only. And it was just such a beautiful way to connect with people. And so when I started sharing again, and I started to feel like this is just what I was born to do and meant to do, and I really felt that in my heart, the day it happened was, I remember I sat down with one of my mentors, and he said to me, he said, Jay, do you only want to do this if one day, and he literally put it like this, he said, do you only want to do this if one day this is big and you're famous and you're known for it and it's huge, or do you want to do this even if you can just make ends meet and live off it and do it just for yourself? And I said to him, I'll do it even for that second reason. I said to him, even if this doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't get big and it doesn't become huge or whatever, I will happily do it just because I get happiness from doing it and it seems to help a few people. And that was the moment I knew that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, because I got so much joy from it. I got so much gratitude from it. And the people that were listening and were coming to the events, they were gaining so much from it, even if there were small groups of people. And then what happened is, when I took my first leap, and I think everyone can relate to this, this is how life is. You're either just about to take a leap and a risk, or you've just taken one. And that's kind of where all our challenges in life are. Either you're just about to take a risk and you're scared about that, or you've just taken a risk and now you're scared that you just took it. And so for me, I remember when I was taking this risk of quitting my full-time corporate job to do what I do now, when I did that and I saw every time I took a leap closer to what was my passion and my purpose, the world helped me and the universe helped me. And if you want to call it God, God helped me. So what I saw was that there's a beautiful verse in the Vedas, and it says, when you protect your purpose protects you. And I love that verse because it's so true that our purpose is like this rare jewel that everyone will tell you that it's worthless. Everyone tell you it doesn't matter. Everyone tells you it doesn't count. Everyone tells you it's not good enough. And therefore you have to protect it. And when you protect it, the universe protects you. And I feel every time I take a leap towards my purpose, and I have taken big leaps in my life, my purpose comes back and protects me. And that's when I got the confidence that this is what I'm really meant to do. Because I failed at a lot of stuff. But when I saw momentum here, I was like, this is interesting. I failed at so many things. This is actually going in the right direction. There's something here.
Do you feel that purpose is something that will help people and encourage them to make that leap and make that risk. And if so, how do we as people find the purpose?
Yeah, really good. So the way I've been explaining it recently is that there's three aspects to purpose. There's interest, there's passion, and then there's purpose. Interest is like a baby. When the interest grows a little bit and it becomes a teenager, it's a passion. And then when it grows some more, it becomes an adult, it's a purpose. So the seed of purpose is interest. The seed of purpose is the baby of just having interest in something. So it's not that you were as good as you are at tennis. Away from that, no matter how big or small or successful or whatever you see yourself as, when you start giving away what you have in the form of time, ideas, resources, money, energy. Remember, it's energy. Like time and money, it's all energy. That's what you're really giving. And when you give your energy to someone, and especially your actual time, and you want to see the work change, you will feel so much more joy from that. I really believe that. I used to take a lot of people, and Novak, I know we've talked about this, before I started making videos, I used to take a lot of retreats to India where people could live where I lived as a monk. So I would take these retreats to the ashram, and I remember taking a man, and he then took his children afterwards. He was a successful businessman in London. He took his children afterwards. They were about 13, 14 years old. And he said that it was the best trip ever for them because they were blown away by how grateful kids in India were with much less than they had in London. And he said that the perspective that they gained from serving these kids who were just grateful to have a bowl of food, like just to have hot food for these kids was like their birthday party. And when his kids saw that, they gained so much. And I really feel that the challenge here we have, the challenge that so many people have is mental health. And that scientifically has been shown to be eased and healed when we help other people and when we serve other people as well. Not that it's the number one cure or anything, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it is a method that can be very helpful when we're feeling pain, to help others and to serve others, because it puts our challenges into perspective and it gives us so much more of a greater worldview.